Four Cs is a great exercise to help teams make meaning of a potential challenge, new concept that they're bringing in, really to gather themselves around a common understanding of something. And it rolls out like this. Basically, you have four quadrants on a board or a mural board. You could do this digitally, and it's broken into four little sections here. So four Cs, looking at the capabilities, looking at the challenges, looking at the constraints, and looking at the curiosities around a potential problem or opportunity. Then you break folks out into separate groups, and each one takes one of those Cs. After they've generated a variety of potential ideas in their focal area, they then narrow down into what they see as the top 3 to 5 for their category. And then you come back together as a group and share those. It's a great way when you're digging into something, especially something real complex and trying to build understanding. It helps to break things out so each group is going deep in a certain area. An additional thread that I like to bring into this is, as people are reporting out, instead of just having people go round robin and report, say, the capabilities section, the curiosity section, so on and so forth, I have the capabilities group go first. They share some foundational definitional pieces. And then I ask the other groups, listen in for connection. That's going to be your entree into when you should share. And then that ends up being a much more organic conversation.
The 4 Cs is a really nice constructive reframing of SWOT and tools like we've seen in the past, because, instead of thinking about weaknesses, we're thinking about challenges. That's a really interesting thing to consider when you look at extending frameworks, right? You can think about, what are the frameworks that exist today, and how might I maybe adjust some language to make it more appropriate for the group I'm working with. Also, when you think about the moves that Eric was mentioning around, are there individual share outs for each quadrant, or are we going back into small groups to then break things down and then come back out? Or even picking the top 3 important things so we know where we want to zero in and focus on. These are essential facilitation moves. So it's not just the tool, but it's how are we layering in our facilitation approaches and the minor techniques we're bringing into the moment. And you can draw those things into any template, any quadrant, any tool that you might find. You can apply facilitation practices and skills to those moments as well.